Welcome back to this channel. Today I am continuing with my Read With Me series, and we are at chapter 8 of Eat That Frog. For those of you who are just joining or maybe joining for the first time, Eat That Frog is a powerful time management book, a book that will help you manage your time effectively. Remember, in this world, you have only a limited time available to live, and you cannot live life twice. If your opportunity is gone, it is gone. If your time is finished, the day your time is finished, you will leave this planet. So please, you will need to make maximum use of the little time available to you so that you can achieve most of the things that God ordained you to come and achieve on this earth. If you follow this book to the end, you will learn a lot and you will change your life. For those who have followed from day one of Eat That Frog to now, they can attest to the fact that Eat That Frog is a powerful book that has helped them to galvanize themselves together, organize themselves, and become more effective and productive. My only problem with most of you is you read and you don't write. All the things that we have learned so far, please don't just read them all. If you want them to happen, if you want to see the result in your life, please, you have to follow it. Some of you don't have a diary. You don't write anything down and you don't follow it. I am pleading with you. Get a pen and a paper, get a diary, write everything, be very organized. You can never be able to achieve or execute anything without planning it ahead of time. So if you want to see a lot of changes in your life, plan, follow all that you are learning, and at the end of the day, I assure you that your life will never be the same. This book has helped me to increase my net worth by more than 10 times, and I can assure you that if you follow this and you apply the same, you are going to see the same results. Every year I read this book at the beginning of the year so that I will remind myself, because when I learn the policies, by the end of the year, some of them I will stop applying them or I will forget. But when I read it again, I remind myself. Now, before we continue, I want to remind you to subscribe to this channel, to turn on the notification bell, to like this video, to leave your comments in the comment section so that we can share whatever you have, whether it is a suggestion that will help improve, whether it is something you have learned, or whether it is a criticism or something you want me to improve. Please leave it in the comment section. And most importantly, remember to share this video to help bless the life of others. As we are together, we are keeping each other in company. At least we are keeping each other in check. I used to read on my own, but sometimes some days I don't read and it becomes normal. Oh, today I'm tired, or today I'm busy. But now that I am reading with you, I make sure that no matter what, I have to do it. So that is the importance of reading together. So let's start chapter 8. Apply the law of trade. Do what you can with what you have, where you are. Theodore Roosevelt. 3 core tasks that you perform contain most of the value that you contribute to your business or organization. Your ability to accurately identify these 3 key tasks and then to focus on them most of the time is essential for you to perform at your best. Let me tell you a true story. 3 months after her first full day coaching session with me in San Diego, Cynthia stood up and told the group a story. She said, "When I came here 90 days ago, you claimed that you would show me how to double my income and double my time off within 12 months. This sounded completely unrealistic, but I was willing to give it a try. On the first day, you asked me to write down a list of everything that I did over the course of a week or a month. I came up with 17 tasks that I was responsible for. My problem was that I was completely overwhelmed with work. I was working 10 to 12 hours per day, 6 days per week, and not spending enough time with my husband and my 2 young children. But I didn't see any way out. I had been working for 8 years for a fast-growing entrepreneurial company in the high-tech area, but there always seemed to be an overwhelming amount of work to do and never enough time. One thing all day long." She continued with her story. "Once I had made up this list, you then told me to ask this question. If you could do only one thing on this list all day long, which one task would contribute the greatest value to your company?" Once I had identified that task, which was quite easy, I put a circle around that number. You then asked me if you could do only one more thing on your list of key tasks, which would be the second activity that contributes the most value to your company? Once I had identified the second most important task, you asked me the same question with regard to the third most important task. You then said something that shocked me at the time. You said that fully 90% of the value that you contribute to your company is contained in those three tasks. Whatever they are, everything else you do is either a support task or a complementary task that you could probably be that could probably be delegated, downsized, outsourced, or eliminated. Take immediate action. Cynthia continued with her story. As I looked at the three tasks, I realized that these were the things that I did that contributed the most value to my company. This was on Friday. On Monday morning at 10 o'clock, I met with my boss and explained to him what I had discovered. I told him that I decided I needed his help in delegating and outsourcing all my work except for those three key tasks. I felt that if I could work on those three tasks exclusively all day long, I could more than double my contribution to the company. Then I said to him that if I double my contribution, I would like to be paid twice as much. She said, my boss was completely silent. He looked at my list of key tasks, looked back at me, looked at the list again, and then said, okay, it was now 10:21 a.m. According to the clock on the wall behind him. He said, you are right. These are the three most important things that you do in this company, and the three things that you do best. I will help you to delegate and downsize all these other minor tasks to free you up to work full time on these three key tasks. And if you double your contribution, I'll pay you twice as much. Transform your life. Cynthia concluded her story by saying, he did, then I did, then he did. He helped me delegate and assign my minor tasks so I could concentrate on my top three jobs. As a result, I doubled my output over the next 30 days, and he doubled my income. I had been working very hard for more than 8 years, and I doubled my income in just 1 month by focusing all my time and energy on my three key tasks. Not only that, but instead of working 10 and 12 hours, 10 and 12 hours, 10 and 12-hour days, I work from 8 to 5 p.m. and spend time in the evenings and on the weekends with my husband and my children. Focusing on my key task has transformed my life. Perhaps the most important word in the world of work is contribution. Your rewards, both financial and emotional, will always be in direct proportion to your results, to the value of your contribution. If you want to increase your reward, you must focus on increasing the value of what you do. You must dedicate yourself to contributing more results for your company. And three key tasks always contribute the most. The quick list method. Here is an exercise that we use with our coaching clients very early in the process. We give them a sheet of paper and tell them, in 30 seconds, write down your three most important goals in life right now. I want to highlight this. We have found that when people have only 30 seconds to write their most important goals, their answers are as accurate as if they had 30 minutes or 3 hours. Their subconscious minds seem to go into a form of hyperdrive, and their three most important goals pop up of their heads and onto the paper, often to the surprise of the people doing the exercise. In 80% or more of cases, people have three goals in common. First, a financial and a career goal. Second, a family or personal relationship goal. And third, a health or fitness goal. And this is as it should be. These are the three most important areas of life. If you give yourself a grade on a scale of 1 to 10 in each of these three areas, you can immediately identify where you are doing well in life and where you need more improvement. Try it yourself and see. Give this exercise to your spouse or your children. The answers can be quite revealing. Later in our coaching program, we expand this exercise by asking the following questions. 1. What are your three most important business or career goals right now? 2. What are your three most important family or relationship goals right now? 3. What are your three most important financial goals right now? 4. What are your three most important health goals right now? 5. What are your three most important personal and professional development goals right now? 6. What are your three most important social and community goals right now? 7. What are your three biggest problems or concerns in life right now? When you force yourself to ask and answer each of these questions in 30 seconds or less, you will often be amazed at the answers. Whatever your answers, they will usually be an accurate snapshot of your true situation in life at the moment. These answers will tell you what is really important to you. While you are setting goals and priorities, getting organized, concentrating single-mindedly on one task at a time, and disciplining yourself to complete your most important task. You must never forget that your ultimate goal is to live long, happy, and healthy life. Time management is a means to an end. The main reason to develop time management skills is so that you can complete everything that is really important in your work and free up more and more time to do the things in your personal life that give you the greatest happiness and satisfaction. Fully 85% of your happiness in life will come from happy relationships with other people, especially those closest to you, as well as the members of your family. The critical determinant of the quality of your relationship is the amount of time that you spend face to face with the people you love and who love you in return. The purpose of time management, of eating that frog and getting more done in less time, is to enable you to spend more face time with the people you care about, doing the things that give you the greatest amount of joy. Rule: it is the quality of time at work that counts and the quantity of time at home that matters. Work all the time you work. To keep your life in balance, you should resolve to work all the time you work. When you go to work, put your head down and work the whole time. Start a little earlier, stay a little later, and work a little harder. Don't waste time. Every minute that you spend in idle chit chat with co-workers is time taken away from the work that you must accomplish if you want to keep your job. Even worse, time that you waste at work often has to be taken away from the members of your family. You have to either stay late or take work home and work in the evenings. By not working effectively and efficiently during your workday, you create unnecessary stress and deprive the members of your family of the very best person you can possibly be. There is a story of a little girl who goes to her mother and asks, "Mommy, why does daddy bring a briefcase full of work home each night, and never spend any time with the family?" The mother replies sympathetically, "Well, honey, you have to understand, daddy can't get his work done at the office, so he has to bring it home and get caught up here." The little girl then asks, "If that is the case, why don't they put him in a slower class? Balance is not optional." One of the most famous sayings of the ancient Greeks was moderation in all things. You need balance between your work and your personal life. You need to set priorities at work and concentrate on your most valuable task. At the same time, you must never lose sight of the fact that the reason for working efficiently is so that you can enjoy a higher quality of life at home with your family. Sometimes people come up to me and ask, "How do I achieve balance between my work and my home life?" I ask them in return, "How often does a tightrope walker balance when on the high wire?" After a few seconds of thinking, they almost always say, "All the time." I say that is the same situation with balance between work and home life. You have to do it all the time. You never reach a point where you have attained it perfectly. You have to work at it. Your goal should be to perform at your very best at work, to get the very most done, and enjoy the very highest level of reward possible for you in your career. Simultaneously, You must always remember to smell the flowers along the way. Never lose sight of the real reasons why you work as hard as you do, and why you are so determined to accomplish the very most the with the time that you invest. The more time you spend face to face with the people you love, the happier you will be. Eat that frog. Determine the three most important tasks that you do in your work. Ask yourself, if I could do only one thing all day long, which task would contribute the greatest value to my career? Do this every day. Do this exercise 2 more times. Once you have identified your big three, concentrate on them single-mindedly all day long. Identify your three most important goals in each area of your life. Organize them by priority. Make plans for their accomplishment and work on your plans every single day. You will be amazed at what you achieve in the months and years ahead. So we come to the end of chapter 8. Tomorrow we shall continue with chapter 9. Because this chapter is a bit very long, we will not be able to go to the next chapter today. As I said earlier, please remember to subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell and like this video. Leave your comments in the comment section, and then I will reach out to whichever your feedback is. I'll get back to you on that. And remember to share this video and invite your family members, your friends, your family members, all that you love and you want to see the best out of them. Invite them to join this read with me. If you did not join yesterday, I will leave that in the comment section for you to in the description of this video. You can follow it to join. See you in the next video, and bye.